All right, so my name's Tom Reed. Guys, I do interviews up and down this area, Michigan Avenue. I ran into Ginger again. Ginger, how are you?
I'm okay today.
And I upload these to YouTube.
Yes.
You fine with that?
I'm okay with it.
Okay. And I gave you some stuff. You got a blanket. You got clothes.
Yeah.
Gloves, things for your ears.
Yeah.
And Swedish fish.
Yes. And there's one thing I'm gonna use it as a handkerchief.
Handkerchief. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You picked through the box of clothes.
Yeah. There was one shirt I liked, I believe.
Okay.
And they're not really clothes. They're kind of like scarves.
Okay.
A lot of the things that look like shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like scarves. So I've been staying with my friend, and so I'm gonna use them to put on top of the tables.
Yeah.
Give the room a little decoration.
That a girl.
Yeah.
What was I going to ask you? On your last video, somebody recognized you from when you were a waitress.
Oh, really?
Said you're a good waitress.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was.
And since I last saw you, which I guess 2-3 weeks ago, how are things going?
They're going okay. I've been taking kind of better care of myself, I feel like, and I've been, my mom's been letting me stay at her house a few nights a week.
Okay.
So that gives me a chance to shower, sleep, eat a good meal, not out here all night, getting high all night. So I think it's kind of helping me slow down a little bit too.
Yeah.
And then I've also, my friend Dave has been letting me stay with him. So I think things are going a little bit better for myself.
Think like it.
Yeah. I think in my last video I had been up for quite a few days.
You had.
When I did it.
Yeah, people still thought you looked pretty good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And I gave you some vitamins.
Yes.
One a day.
I am going to take them.
Okay. Probably could use them, couldn't you?
Yeah, especially for my nails. My nails are really brittle. I'm sure they need vitamins.
Okay.
That might help them a lot. And I'm trying to grow my hair back long.
Oh, all right.
My hair used to be down to my butt.
Yeah, a lot of people commented on your hair.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Yep, liked it.
I got all my hair cut off a couple years ago, so.
Oh, it'll grow back.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the drug use, pretty much the same?
Yeah, I actually think maybe my heroin habit might have gotten heavier.
Yep.
Because I've noticed that my tolerance is higher. Because I was in jail and clean for almost 4 months, my tolerance when I got out was nothing, excuse me. I was I actually overdosed a couple times.
Oh, wow.
Actually, probably more than a couple.
Did they bring you back with Narcan?
They did, a few times.
I want to ask you on that Narcan.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Yeah, tell me how that whole thing, so you're overdosed.
Yeah.
And how do you come back into
well,
what went through your mind?
The first time that I overdosed bad, I was in the parking lot for a treatment, for rehab. I was checking into detox, and I was trying to get high one last time, and I overdosed. And I remember shooting it, and then all of a sudden, and then the next thing I remember is I was I was still asleep, and I could hear somebody going, Amber, 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 and I opened my eyes. I was laying on the pavement, and I saw a police officer, a few other people standing around, and they told me I overdosed. I realized what happened. So, I don't really remember anything when I was unconscious or whatever, but I remember when I came out of it thinking that if I would have died, that was just it. There was no saying goodbye or forgiving anybody or being at peace, when you pass away. That was just it,
Yeah.
So that scared me, and so I realized, that's not the way I want to go out, but I overdosed again. I did not think I was going to overdose. I thought my tolerance was high enough to do. I'd only done one dime, and it was outside the Needle Exchange building on 4th Street. And thank God that they were watching me outside the window, that this man Chuck came out and he saved my life. And now I'm working with him a little bit, slowly. I'm just taking baby steps to hopefully get into in recovery.
I hope you do too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. And crack at all or just heroin?
I do crack too, yeah.
Okay. About the same dollar amount?
I smoke, no, I do more crack than heroin.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Now, you should be, how come you're getting more arrests now if you're still doing the same amount of crack? Doesn't that stimulate you and you stay up? Or?
Yeah, but, well, you can do the heroin to bring it down,
Yeah,
too.
okay, that's how
I
you do
mean,
it. I
still,
know.
I probably only sleep every other night.
Is that
Or
right?
every 2 nights, maybe, even, yeah. Like, I've been up, the last time I slept was, Monday night.
Wow.
What's today, Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't even know if I'll go to sleep tonight.
Now, you would be out here walking around all night sometimes?
Not walking around all night, no, you know, I'll like come out and make some money, and then maybe I'll go to the trap house, chill there for a couple hours, or
Yeah.
go where I've been staying with my friend,
Yeah.
you know, or, you know, I'm not walking around all night, but when I had nowhere to go a couple weeks ago, yeah, I was out here, just outside, all night and all day.
Now, do you have any regulars?
Yeah, I do. Because I was in jail, I lost some of them, but you
Yeah.
know, I really try to only go with people I know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, because of that, it's much different than this. You're not getting into cars with complete strangers.
Right. I try to avoid that the best I can. You know, just because when I was locked up, I came out, I was informed 5 girls had passed away. And I was only locked up from May to the middle of August.
Uh-huh.
And then part-time got killed. And so, you know, there's just psychos out there, and I'd rather, I'm not the type of person where I'll just get in any car. I'm so desperate, you know, I'll go with anyone and I'll do anything. I'm not, I'm past that. I used to be that person.
Okay.
Yeah, but now, I don't know, maybe it's just, I can,
Getting older.
yeah, I guess maturing maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, on the you attribute, at least in this conversation, that overdosing with a lack of tolerance.
Yeah.
Is that basically what it is most of the time?
No. In my case, it was because I had been in jail.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was clean and I got out.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes it's fentanyl, you know? There's fentanyl comes in all different, in the strengths. You know, somebody might have fentanyl heroin that's weak, and the person across the street has fentanyl heroin that's really strong.
Yeah.
You know, so you just knew. That's why it's the best thing to do is just always go through the same person
Gotcha.
or the same couple of people.
Yeah. Now, as a heroin addict, is this fentanyl in the back of your mind all the time?
No.
Okay.
It's
just
not.
It's just not, huh?
No.
You just kind of
because-
crossing your fingers and hoping you don't get a big dose?
Well, I never do more than one, you know, dime, a $10, which is pretty much how everyone sells it at once.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
and I always go through the same people. I try to.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Now, do you know, have you seen Wendy around?
I think so. Yeah.
Raven?
I haven't seen Raven.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've been looking for her. How about Ebony?
I haven't. You know, I asked has anybody seen her yesterday, and Allie told me she's around, but I haven't seen her.
Okay.
And Ebony's there's only a couple girls that I'm friends with. So she's one of them. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming that the relationship with your mother is okay because you're staying there sometimes.
It's complicated.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I-
something I can't really talk about.
Okay.
Like,
Yep, we won't talk about it then.
yeah.
Yep, skip it. And one last question. You know, a lot of the women that haven't worked the streets that see these videos, they're always so shocked that the women are so pleasant, intelligent, and well-spoken.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a myth out there about women that work the street. They ask me a lot, and I just never really feel like prying into stuff that's not my business. Like your mother is an example. We're not going to talk about that. It
Yeah.
doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what people are sensitive about. But one question, if you could just kind of glaze over the top a little bit, and that is that women that haven't worked the street, they just can't, they would like you to articulate in the days when you said you were that girl, what's going through your mind getting into cars with strangers? I mean, is it always like what's this guy gonna want? Am I gonna get killed? Is it like super nerve-wracking, or you're just desperate for money and that's why you do it?
I think the desperation for money doesn't so much come with getting in cars with strangers. It comes with the agreement on what you're willing to do, you know. You just kind of have to, like, you know, I'll get in a car with a stranger, let's say if he's a middle-aged white man, you know,
gotcha.
versus, you know, a thugged out, I'm not trying to sound racist,
I know.
black guy, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those girls that say I don't date black guys. I do. I date black guys, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said in my last video, you know, that I've learned hard lessons and I've acquired a lot of street knowledge. So, you know, back then, you know, I don't know, if something fucked up happened, I learned a lesson, you know. I could have been desperate, you know, and that's you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I do. I forget your age.
I'm 30.
30, okay. Now, just a dumb question. I think of this. I'm not going to put it on anybody else. Do you think if you could flick a switch and you were off heroin and you had a job and you liked it and you didn't want to mess it up and you were off the streets, do you think it's possible to have a healthy relationship down the road, or there's just too much baggage? Or
You asked me that last time.
I did.
Yes.
I did. But
Yes.
we didn't get into it too much. And I get asked it a lot. I wondered myself more than anybody else did. I mean, is the likelihood of it, just throwing something out there?
I absolutely think it's possible to have a healthy relationship. You just have to find the right person that accepts you for who you are and your past, and there has to be honesty and trust, and you know, and you have to put your recovery as number one.
Okay.
For sure. Because if you, for instance, I like to go to meetings when I get clean. I like to go to, you know, any meetings and stuff. That's something that helps a lot of people stay clean.
Uh-huh.
If that's working for you and you stop doing it, you put yourself at a greater risk for relapse, you know. So you just have to, even if you're in a relationship, you should always put your recovery first, you know, because these drugs just can have destroyed our lives, and people work so hard to get their lives back, you know, that you want to keep it that way.
Gotcha. All right.
That's, I think.
Okay. You got any questions for me?
No.
None?
No.
You got anything to say to your fans out there that think you're an intelligent woman with a lot on the ball?
I think it's really cool that I have fans, and maybe if they ever want to, if they ever have any questions, they could contact you and you could ask me and I can answer some questions for them.
Oh, you're fine with that?
Or whatever, yeah.
Right.
You know, I'm not guaranteeing I'll answer the question, but...
Yeah, there's a lot of mystique to this. I mean, it's great that they get to see what you're like rather than basing it on some movie they saw.
I like that people get to see what I'm like because I do get treated very badly sometimes by many different people, a lot of the business owners, you know, and, you know, all different types of people. People look at us with disgust, and, you know, we're people too, and, you know, they don't know my story, you know what I mean? They don't know all the fucked up shit that's happened to me, you know what I mean? I know everybody has a story, and everyone's gone through shit, you know, but no, they don't know. You know, so if a person takes time to get to know somebody before they judge them, you know, then the world probably would be a lot different.
Okay. I appreciate the interview.
Thank you.
But before I turn this camera off, so, you know, I pay all the time.
Oh, yes, of course.
And other people, so here's 5.
You're one of the guys we let pay after.
Oh yeah, and that's
you know what I'm saying? Because on your
good.
dates, you make them pay first.
3. So there's 10 for me and 10 from Marty and Kelly in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, well, you drop. Well, thank you. You said Marty and Kelly?
That's for being honest.
Thank you.
That's right. There's another 5.
Marty and Kelly?
Marty and Kelly in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. They,
okay. Well, thank you, Marty and Kelly.
And they're very nice people, and they support you in any way they could. And you know, it's always an open invitation. If there's anything you can think I can do, other people out there ask the same question. You can get a hold of me through Becky. I can give you my number. Whatever it takes, you don't ever hesitate to call.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank
you.
you.
All right. Bye-bye.